Hi, everybody. Welcome to Tuesday's Truth with Alonda Hassel. Today, I wanted to talk about this concept or this thing called decision fatigue. And the last couple of weeks, I've really been feeling overwhelmed and I feel exhausted, not physically from doing things, but I guess I couldn't really put my finger on it. And then I realized it was decision fatigue. And decision fatigue is this, this mental exhaustion that comes from having to make decisions, so many decisions every day, all day, and not really getting a good break, if you will, from making a decision. So it's said that one person on average per day makes about 35,000 decisions. We have to decide what to wear. We have to decide what to eat. When we're at work, we have to make decisions that are work related. There are just so many decisions. A teacher makes an average of 1,500 to 2,000 decisions per day with all of their students, right? So making decisions, a parent probably makes twice that. Making decisions is not easy. And I was really trying to put my finger on it, like, why am I going to bed exhausted? Why am I waking up exhausted? I was frustrated, and it was like I could come home and go to bed earlier or try to sleep a few minutes later. It just didn't matter. I was exhausted. Oftentimes, decision fatigue results in making poor decisions, or it can result in impaired judgment. Like you're not thinking clearly, you're not seeing things properly, and so you end up making really bad decisions. And while I didn't do that, I mean, I can, and I have. So if I'm exhausted and decision making is making me tired and I feel the fatigue from that, then a poor choice could be to eat something that is not healthy, that I don't need to eat, that does not help me rest or feel better about myself. So if that's a good example, just to let you know that we all have had impaired judgment. We all have had times where we've made poor decisions. But when we know our worth, we can do the work to make sure that we are not in a position to make those poor judgment, or having our judgment impaired. And we really have to slow down and take some time to really think about things and think things through. And I know that there are times where you don't have a bunch of time to decide what you have to do or what you need to do. But when you can slow down, some tactics or some things that I like to use is to write things down so I know what I have to do and sort of process what energy it's going to take and think about it in the back of my mind as I'm handling things that I don't really have to put a lot of decision in. Writing things down, having conversations with people to help you, asking people to assist you in a certain task so that you can focus on other things, which for some of us it's very difficult. But when we are overwhelming ourselves because decisions have to be made, whether we want to believe that or want to do that or not, taking things off of your table or taking things off of your plate that someone else can handle, I think will help all of us with making better decisions and not becoming fatigued and or exhausted because we have so much to do. So I was happy that I kind of found a term for what I was feeling, and I feel better. I feel like I was able to kind of categorize some things and put some things where they need to be and ask some people to definitely handle some of the things that I needed. But I think it's really important that we don't just get frustrated and let things be the way they are, but we find find, the answer to what we're going through, and then figure out a way to fix it for us. So I'm really curious to hear, what are some things that you do to help with some of the decisions you have to make. Do you consult with people? Do you have, a friend, a loved one, a spouse that you consult with? Do you journal? Do you write things down? Do you have a list, to-do list, whatever? I'm really curious to hear, because decisions aren't going anywhere. We have to keep making them, and I would love to hear some of the tactics that you use so that I can apply them in my life. All right, that is my Tuesday Truth. I hope that you all have a fantastic day. I love you all, and I will talk with you soon. Make great decisions. Because you know your worth, you're going to make great decisions. All right, enjoy your day.